Hi students, I think all of you are fine, safe and enjoying the classes also. So in our last class we discussed about different Government of India acts prepared by the British for our country's governance during that period. So after that, all of you know that in the year 1947 we attained the independence. So before the attainment of independence only, during 1946 and 47, the government of British given a chance to preparation of the constitution for our governance. So some of the eminent people, Babu Rajendra Prasad, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Azad, Jawaharlal Nehru, like few eminent philosophers have prepared the constitution for our country. So for the preparation of constitution has done in various steps. That is totally a historical subject, not a political science, but it is given in your syllabus. So by abridging, contracting few important steps in the preparation of the constitution, today we are going to discuss. First step in the preparation of the constitution is the formation of the Constituent Assembly. During 1946 elections, the people of India elected the members. Through that members, Constituent Assembly was formed. So that Constituent Assembly taken the discussions, deliberations and taken the meetings for 2-3 times, constituted few committees, and at last it is going to adopted the constitution. So what are the steps are there in that preparation? So if you seen that before 1947 India and Pakistan are united, so that in the Constituent Assembly Muslim League is also one of the partner along with the Congress. So whatever it may be, the Constituent Assembly for the preparation of the constitution, it taken its first meeting in the year 1946 December 19. During that session, the Rajendra Prasad elected as the chairman of the Constituent Assembly, and at the same time Jawaharlal Nehru has been introduced the historical resolution. That is a resolution. So this meeting is historically important one, prominent one. So that only it is called as the historical resolution. That is the first step. So in that historical resolution, Jawaharlal Nehru pleaded everyone to call India as the independent, democratic and republic. So it become one of the historical incident. So you know the meaning of independent, having the freedom. Democratic, that is the power in the hands of the people. And republic, the head of the state executive should be a elected one. That is the meaning of the republic. For example, in our country, the president of India is generally elected person. Such country is nothing but calling as the republic. So in its first resolution, Jawaharlal Nehru pleaded all the members to call India as the independent, democratic and republic. As I told you, in this meeting only, the Babu Rajendra Prasad has been elected as the chairman. Sachidananda Sinha has acted as the pro tempore speaker for this assembly. So as you know that after 1947, India got the independence. India and Pakistan were divided. So few of the Muslim League and other parties have also divided because of the constitutions. Constituent assemblies are totally divided. So that India become independent, the strength in the constituent assembly is also reduced. This is one of the historical incident. As soon as India attained the independence, the preparation of the constitution was totally undertaken by the constituent assembly. For the preparation of constitution for our country, constituent assembly has been constituted 22 committees, nearly 22 committees for the preparation of the constitution. Out of that, fundamentals committee is there, state advisory committee is there, cabinet committee is there, minorities committee is there. Like that, these are the committees, subcommittees which are going to prepare the constitutional rules and regulations for the governance of independent India. Out of 22 committees, along with other committees, drafting committee is also one of the important committee. This drafting committee was headed by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and other 6 persons. It is the duty of the drafting committee to draft the constitution for our country. In this way, constituent assembly has been taken measures for the preparation of the constitution for our independent India. And after that, nearly it has taken 2 years 11 months. As you know that this is the total time for the preparation of constitution has been taken by the drafting committee. After that, that rough draft has been produced in the constituent assembly in the year 1949. And after that, the constitution was adopted, the constitution for India in the year 1914 in the day of November 26. And this is came into existence or came into force in our country since 26th January 1950. This is the total activities or steps involved in the preparation of the constitution for our country. So as you know that there are different items, topics are presented in our constitution. From where they were taken? From where they were taken, which were generally calling as the sources of the Indian constitution. There were so many sources are there. There is a blend. So our people of India, eminent people like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Maulana Azad, Jawaharlal Nehru and these 22 committee peoples have been observed all the country's constitution which were earlierly prepared, and then what are suitable to India, what are required for India, they observed and they have taken and incorporated for the people of India for the better governance also. So if we go for the basic sources of Indian constitution, the first and foremost important source is the Government of India Act 1919 and 1935. Already in our last classes, the provisions of these two acts we have discussed. For example, during 1935 provisions, while I was explaining you, I told you that our government adopted the concept of list system, federation. As I told you, there are two lists are there, that is the union list and state list in the Act of Government Act of 1935. But after, as soon as we get the independence, our constitution is also added the concurrent list to the above both of the two lists also. In this way, federation items, provincial autonomy, like that, whatever are suitable to our country's people, they have been adopted. And like that, rule of law, cabinet government, Westminster model. You know that rule of law, everyone is equal before law. Every law is equally applicable. That is the rule of law. Cabinet government. Our government of India is a cabinet form of government. Like this, these items were taken from the British Constitution. And emergency powers of President. We will discuss thoroughly regarding this topic in our next unit. And directive principles of state policy. These were taken from the Ireland. You know that directive principles are the instructions to the government. Every government should follow some directions in their state policies. Those are nothing but calling as the DPSPs. They have been adopted from the Ireland. It is also your second unit topic. And fundamental rights, judicial review, impeachment of president. So here we are unable to explain you thoroughly, it is also your next topic. These three are taken from the USA, United States of America. Already some extent you know the fundamental rights, judicial review, reviewing of the judgment or acts of the government or decisions of the executive by the Supreme Court and High Court is nothing but calling as the judicial review. Impeachment is nothing but removal of the president. There are certain procedures are there for removal of the president according to our constitution. We will learn thoroughly in our second unit. And idea of republic, as I told you, republic is the country where the state executive is the elected person. Liberty, freedom, equality, everyone is equal opportunities. And fraternity, brotherhoodness, sisterhoodness, all are brothers and sisters. This is the concept of the fraternity. These are all taken from the France Constitution. In this way, our constitutional makers have been taken various concepts from different countries which are suitable to our country. This is the basic sources of the Constitution of India. Okay students, in our next class we are going to continue this constitution topic. Mostly in one or two videos we are going to conclude this first chapter. After that I will provide you few questions. Go through that questions and these videos and try to answer the question also. Any doubts are there, please conclude through WhatsApp. I will respond to your doubts. Thank you.